AdBeacon help reduce cost per acquisition, and I'm going to get tactical with it in 3 phases. The first phase is what to do immediately when you inject us into your site, and I'm just going to walk you through that process. But the second is going to be a little bit more advanced, and the third is far more advanced, where everything works synergistically for the greater good of reducing cost per acquisition, whether it be NCPA or just CPA as a whole. Now, the first phase is one of my favorites because it's so easy, and let's get nerdy with it. First phase is RFM. The minute you start with AdBeacon, we start to analyze all of your customers and see if they're the best customers, if they're the worst customers, because how you speak to certain customers in certain channels is essential to reducing that cost per acquisition. And what do I mean by that? Well, what if I told you that your champions or some of your worst customers, which are lost, are being addressed in the same way on all channels, and you keep paying to talk to these people over and over again rather than have hyper-segmentation to reduce those costs? How do we rank those customers? How do we know if they're champions or you're lost? There's something called RFM. RFM is just 3 buckets of recency, frequency, and monetary. R being how recent do those customers buy? F being how frequent do they buy? And M being how much did they buy? And we rank them from 1 to 5. Okay, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. So champions might be a 4 to 5 in each category versus your loss are less than 1 in each. This is essential because why don't we exclude your worst immediately in your marketing, your paid ads, and also all channels? Why don't we address the champions directly in the lower cost acquisition channels like marketing automation? And then why don't we make sure that we find more people like your champions on Meta or Google, etc., so you create lookalike audiences there? This is that low-hanging fruit, a very easy way to start to hyper-segment and then to reduce costs as a whole. Speaking to people directly in a very, I would say, tailored way is a great way to win in 2025. So that's phase 1. Let's go into phase 2.